You remember this game, don't you? The music, the World Cup, the feeling of Italia 90, one of the most nostalgic football games ever made. But here's the truth no one really talks about. It wasn't just flawed, it wasn't just basic, it was actually a pretty bad football game. And yet, people still love it, and why not? And who can ever forget the iconic sounds? Oh! So what happened? Why does this game still live rent-free in our memories when the gameplay itself barely holds up? Let's break it down. Italia 90 wasn't just a tournament, it was the World Cup for a generation. Gazza's tears, England's run, the iconic summer atmosphere. And this game, it rode that wave perfectly. And for a lot of people, this wasn't just a game. It was their World Cup experience at home. And that's important because nostalgia didn't come from the gameplay. It just comes from that moment in time. Let's strip it back, because underneath the branding, this wasn't even truly an original game. It was an essential reskin of an earlier football game. Minimal innovation, very little depth, and once you actually play it now, you start noticing things immediately. So this game was actually called World Championship Soccer and was actually released in America before it was reskinned as World Cup Italia 90. Look, even the packaging is exactly the same. The gameplay didn't change, just some of the teams inside it. Players move stiffly, ball physics feel off, passing is inconsistent and shooting just feels random, and let's not talk about the goalkeepers. And the biggest one? There's almost no real control. You're not building play, you're not reading the game, you're reacting, hoping, and occasionally scoring. So what did the reviewers say at the time? At the time, the reviews were mixed at best. Not terrible, but definitely not great. Critics pointed out repetitive gameplay, lack of tactical depth, clunky controls, and short lifespan. Some versions, especially on computers, are criticised for being shallow, arcade-like to a fault, and quickly boring after the novelty wears off. And the key phrase, after the novelty wears off, because novelty was doing all the heavy lifting, and probably still does now. So why do people still defend it? Well, does it still get the warm nostalgic glow? Because this game wasn't just a game, it was playing with your mates, watching the World Cup during the day and recreating the matches you watched at night. The emotion carried the experience, not the mechanics. And when you mix a global event, childhood memories, limited alternatives at the time, you don't remember the flaws, you just remember the feelings. So, an honest take, as a football game, it doesn't hold up. As a memory, it's untouchable. And that's what this channel's all about, the nostalgia, looking back at old games, and sometimes when you revisit them, you realise maybe they weren't quite as good, and sometimes it's best not to revisit things. And that's the difference, because sometimes the game isn't actually good, but the moment it represents is. So the next time you think about going back to it, ask yourself, do you actually want to play the game, or do you just want to feel what it felt like that summer again? Because World Cup Italia 90 didn't age well, but what it stood for, that's never faded and never will. Make sure you subscribe for more of this deep dive into nostalgic football gaming. Goodbye.